Hey my beauties, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be creating this monochromatic pink magenta vibe using the new Patrick Ta blush palette. You guys are going to get a demo, some swatches, some comparisons, of course my overall thoughts at the end of the video. If you guys want to know any shades or any names of the products that I use for today's look, please be sure to check the description box below. I always link everything there. And yeah, I'm gonna stop talking and we're just gonna jump right into today's video. Alrighty, you guys, so I already moisturized all of that. So I'm gonna use this LYS Think Bright Glow serum as like a primer. Really like it because it's lightweight. It gives me a glow without being too intense, even though you guys know I like that intense glow. If I could open it. Still like a couple of drops. For brows, I obviously did not film that part because you guys have seen me do my brows so many times and it's unnecessary, but I did use the Patrick Ta Major Brow Wax in the shade Clear. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and use my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter really quickly just to even out my complexion. And this one's in the shade number 6. I'm actually gonna use a brush today, just because. I'm going to be using the YSL New Foundation, the Bare Look Tint Foundation in the shade, is it 13? It's not on here. I don't understand why, but I think it's 13. I'm pretty sure, you guys, but just check the description box below. And I'm just going to apply a little bit of that. So to create bronze, I'm going to be using the Patrick Ta. This is the Chiseled cream bronzer and powder. So obviously I'm going to use the cream bronzer part and Patrick Ta brush as well. This is just like the contouring brush, I think he calls it. Just going to apply a little bit. I don't want too much, but just enough to bring some color back to my face. You guys know I love a glow, so I'm going to be using the GIORGIO Armani Fluid Sheer Glow Enhancer in shade number 10. It's one of my favorite glow products because it's not shimmery. It's very just sheer, lightweight. It looks and it feels amazing. And this on like super textured skin won't be a problem because it's not going to like emphasize it. It's just going to add, you see that? It adds such a beautiful glow, and this mixing it with your foundation is so beautiful. By itself, it's just gorgeous. Underneath, on top, all of that is just the best on your body. Alright, so here we have the Patrick Ta Major Headlines Blush Palettes. So there's 3 new cream shades, 3 new cream powder shades, and hopefully you guys can see. So you have your like neutral, everyday, warm tone, nude kind of colors. You have more of a corally type shade here, and you have more of a pinkier blue tone type of blush as well. All of the shades are new, so I'm happy about that because who wants to buy repetitive shades? So I'm going to be applying a little bit of cream blush now, and then later on I'll apply another cream blush so you guys can see how it layers, and then some powder, all of that. So I am going for a super monochromatic type of look today. That's at least what I'm trying to do. I'm going to start off probably with the shade She's Vibrant. I'm not going to lie, I really want to play with these tones right here, but these are the type of tones I wear all the time, so I'm going to play with this one right here. Just the cream part right now. I'm using my Sephora number 55 brush. That is the shade She's Vibrant. Yes. Like I said, it's kind of like this corally pinky shade. Very, very pretty. And I feel like you can make this a lot more intense if you like layer it. But because I'm going to be adding more blush later on, I don't want to overdo it. But so far, I'm loving the formula. Like it's really, really nice. So I'm going to use the Rare Beauty Concealer in the shade 380W. So as you guys saw, I used the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Powder in the shade Medium just to set the concealer. Now I'm going to grab the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Powder in the shade 330 just to very lightly set the rest of my makeup. This is a MAC 130. I'll leave it in the description box, you guys. I'm so sorry. Just very lightly, barely applying any product. This is just more so that everything kind of blends in. I'm really trying to add coverage just to kind of give everything like the same type of finish, because I don't want certain parts of my face looking matte, other parts of my face looking glossy. Like it just doesn't look natural to me. So I just want everything, I have a piece of hair here, to look pretty much the same. And then at the end, I'll add a little bit of glow with like a setting spray or something like that. All right, so you guys know I cannot live without my Fix Plus. So real quickly, just to add a little bit of wash of color to my eyes, Patrick Ta palette. I think I'm just gonna go in probably with this shade right here in a MAC 224, just to give it kind of like a quick wash of color in the crease area, nothing major. So I went ahead and used the MAC Extended Plate Mascara, I forgot what it's called. So now we're gonna add a little bit of bronzer. So again, going back with that same Patrick Ta Chiseled, I'm gonna grab the powder part of it, and with that same brush, I always use the 140 by MAC. I'm just gonna set the previous bronzer, the cream that I applied earlier. Just very lightly. I don't want to go overboard because I'm gonna be applying a lot of blush, so we don't want to overdo it with the bronzer. Alright, so I told you guys I wanted to go for a monochromatic look. I'm going to be wearing a super magenta bright lipstick from Patrick Ta. This is the one called She's Hard to Get, one of my favorites from him. So I figured why not match the blush. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the powder here, which is called She's Baked. Yeah, or She's a Doll. You see, I don't know which way. I don't know, but the pink one. But I'm going to be using my MAC 137 brush to apply the powder. And looks pretty pigmented, so I'm gonna, yeah. Trying to see what kind of finish it has. Wow, you guys, it is gorgeous. It's not a dry formula. I don't know why I thought it was gonna be dry. No, it's kind of like a satin finish, but it's very, very creamy and pigmented. It gives a sheen to the skin. Wow, I was not expecting that actually. And I'm here for it. And you guys know I don't like pink blushes or anything pink, like magenta-ish when it comes to like blushes, but this is a vibe. Alrighty, and on top of that, to add kind of like a pop, I'm gonna use the cream based one, so the one right on top of it, this one, with that same Sephora number 55 brush I always use for my cream blushes. And we're gonna see how they layer. Oh yes, that definitely added a punch of color, and I barely applied any product. That is stunning. Like this for like a makeup artist that does a lot of editorial shoots. Oh wow, like honestly, this is a vibe right here. I'm gonna bring it up to my temples actually. Let's just go with an editorial look. Why not? Why not? This is stunning, you guys. Like, what? I'm not gonna apply anymore because then when I take pictures, it's gonna look very much clownish, and we're not going for that. So I'm just gonna grab my sponge and blend out just a little bit. Gonna line my lips with MAC's Embrace Me Lip Pencil. I'm not sure if this is like still available because this came out years ago as a limited edition product and then they made it permanent, but I'm not sure if it's still available. But it's a bright magenta. So now I'm gonna grab She's Hard to Get by Patrick Ta. I know you guys see that pigmentation. I know you guys see that. If you haven't tried any of his lipsticks, you are missing out big time. I feel like that now that I applied the lipstick, I do need more blush. So we're gonna go with more blush, the same color I was using earlier, that pink shade. Just because, why not? Yes. So it's giving me, I don't know, 70s vibes. Like Saved by the Bell vibes. It's just stunning, yo. I am here for this. You guys, okay, I know you guys see like the back of my phone, and I'm sorry, but I'm about to, you know, do a TikTok on how I do my faux freckles. I've done this on my channel before. I have like 2 or 3 videos using this little product right here. This is for your hair, like to, like let's say your hair is thinning out. This will kind of like give the illusion that, you know, you have edges or whatever you want to call it. I use a shade light brown just because you don't want to use something too dark. Freckles are supposed to look very natural. And also depending on your complexion, the lighter you are, the lighter you want to go. If you have more of a tint, deeper complexion, you do want to use something that has a little bit of color, but not like a black or like a dark brown. Just something very, very light. This is a light brown shade. So just going to shake this up. Let me do my TikTok and then I'll come back and maybe show you guys a little bit of it. But I just, yeah. You have to apply very light pressure to this. Otherwise, it's, you see, like you have to play with it. Once the freckles are on, you want to make them even look more natural. So go back in with a powder, sheer powder, and just very lightly go over it so that it blends in with the makeup. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've tried so many methods on like applying or like doing full freckles, and this is my favorite one just because it looks natural, it looks real. Like if somebody saw me outside, they would think I actually have freckles. Like it looks so natural. And then the last step is just some spray. This is the Rare Beauty Always an Optimist spray. Alrighty, my love, so this is the completed look. I'm gonna go ahead and just give you guys my overall thoughts on the new palette, blush palette from Patrick Ta. Love the packaging, I always have. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, absolutely love both formulas, both the cream and the powder. I feel like the powders are very creamy, they're very fluffy, they apply effortlessly on the skin. They add a punch of color without being too intense. I like the fact that I'm able to like pack them on or layer them as I want without looking like a clown, and I feel like they look beautifully whether it's on top of the cream or the cream on top of the powder. Beautiful. Again, with the cream shades, they're stunning. They do have like that glow to them, which you guys know I love, because on the days where if you don't want to use a highlighter or something like that, that blush when you apply it will look like you applied highlighter, blush, all of that. So it's kind of like a 2-in-1. I'm gonna very quickly swatch everything so you guys can see how it looks. I pretty much use 4 products out of the 6 because you guys know I didn't use this last 2 shades, but that's what they look like. As you guys can see, they have a beautiful glow and shine to them, but they're not super pigmented, you know what I mean? I feel like they become pigmented once you start to layer them, or once you apply the powder on top, or you apply the powder underneath. That is what gives them that pop. And now I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the powders as well so you guys can see. What am I doing? So now I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the powders as well so you guys can see. And again, the powders do have a little bit more color payoff compared to the creams, but overall I feel like both formulas, when you combine them, you get that punch of color, which is exactly what you're looking for. When it comes to blush, I personally don't like blushes that are too intense because I look like a clown. I want to be able to layer them as I go and apply as I go to get the desired look that I'm like trying to go for. Overall, I like everything in this palette. I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning I was not really feeling these 2 shades right here. You guys know I don't like pinks, but it looks stunning, and with the lipstick it just goes very, very well together. I will say I would love to see more shades, more warm tone shades, and deeper shades. I'm going to get into that in a sec, but real quick, I just want to compare the formula of the new palette to his original blushes. I only have 2 of the original blushes. I have She's So LA, which is one of my favorite ones. It's just like the perfect everyday nude. I'm going to go ahead and swatch the cream and the powder. If you guys watch my review on the original blushes, you guys will know that I did not really care for the powder blush. I feel like it doesn't do anything for me. Of course, it has a little bit of color, but I personally just like using the cream blush. And then lastly, I also have the shade Do We Know Her, which is more of a coral shade. And again, I love this shade here, but I don't like the powder version of it because it's too light. It looks ashy on me. I'm going to show you guys, like, this will work as an eyeshadow, but as a blush, like, it barely shows up on my skin. But overall, I only care for the cream formulas when it comes to the original blushes. When I compare the original to the new, I'm going to be honest, he said it's different, and it is, but not that much. It's like a very slight difference. I noticed that with the powder ones, I'm getting more color payoff, more punch of color, and I do find that they're a little bit better in terms of application. I feel like with the original formula, I had to dig in to get the powder. With the new one, I barely applied any product, and I use a very fluffy brush, and I just literally went like that and applied it on my cheek. It was very, very easy to apply. So I will say I do prefer the powder formula with the new palette compared to the original blushes. When it comes to the cream formula, I don't really see a big difference on the skin. Only I would say is probably there's a little bit more color payoff, but I don't think it's because there's more color payoff. I just think it's because of the fact that the shades are more vibrant. You get what I'm saying? Like the original shades I have are very subtle when you look at them. Meanwhile, these ones are giving very much like in your face, very just colorful. You get what I'm saying? So I don't necessarily think that the formula is completely different. That's just my personal opinion. So with that being said, if you already have his original blushes and you don't really care for these shades, you can skip. But personally, I love blushes. I love his formula. I'm going to be using this all the time. I know that I can use this on my lips, on my cheeks, even on my eyes when I want a little bit of color, like that wet look, that glossy eyelid look. I can use this. So I'm going to be using this quite often. Now, I want to get into also just another comparison before I get into like something that's bothering me. Here's the Fenty Beauty Blushes. I have Rose Latte, just so you guys can get an idea on how pigmented the Patrick Ta blushes are. So that's Rose Latte, and as you guys can see, this ones also have that glossy, dewy finish to them, but they're more pigmented compared to like the Patrick Ta over here. As you guys can see, these shades are kind of similar, Rose Latte, and then the newer shade here in his palette, kind of similar, not quite, but kind of similar. And I do find that the Fenty is giving me more color payoff. And then another comparison here, we have Daiquiri Dip. I know a lot of you guys have this one. It's like that bright tomato shade. And again, a lot of color payoff compared to like this one. Even though you see it, but this one's giving me more punch of color. Alright, you guys. And finally, I just want to kind of like talk to you guys about something that's bothering me a little bit. Not going to lie, not going to front. And it's the fact that, listen, I support Patrick Ta, obviously, because I'm always buying his products. Every time he comes out with a product, like I'm excited, right? And I think it's more so because he does everything that I'm into when it comes to makeup. I like natural, fluffy brows, glossy skin. Like he's all about that and I'm here for it. So I get excited when I hear he's coming out with a product. And the only issue I have with his brand is the fact that I don't feel like he really caters to deeper complexions. And that goes with his bronzers, his original blushes, his lip liners, and like, I don't know what other products I have from him. But yeah, like overall, I feel like he's lacking products for deeper complexion. If you have a deeper complexion, please, 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 before you order online or anything like that, if you have a chance, go to Sephora, swatch it, or maybe try and see if someone with someone that has a similar complexion to you has done a review. Please, please, please watch a lot of reviews, watch a lot of videos, and make sure that this works on deeper complexions, because I couldn't tell you right now, but based on like my knowledge and the looks of the products, I don't really like think that it will, you know what I mean? I feel like it will show up for sure, but not really how it's supposed to. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, please, please watch more reviews and try to see other people with similar complexions as you guys. That way you can get a better idea. I would love to be able to swatch this product on my husband right now, but he's not home. So, so you guys can see how it looks on a deeper complexion, you know what I mean? But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I'm happy with the product. I love the product. I love the look. Like, I'm not gonna front, but at the same time, it's kind of like a bittersweet, because it's just kind of like, will this show up on a deeper complexion? I don't know. And so, yeah, you guys, if you guys know, if you have tried it, please let me know in the comments. Please let everybody else know in the comments if it's worth it for a deeper complexion. Please, 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 because quite frankly, I could be wrong. You know, I could be very, very wrong. But again, based on my knowledge and based on products I already have, and I'm swatching and kind of comparing, I'm not really getting that pop that you need for a deeper complexion. That's all I'm saying. So I do feel like he should have came out with a separate palette with like darker shades, like a orangey dark shade, like burgundy shade or something. I don't know. These shades are beautiful, but like they're not like the most intense for me to say, yeah, this is gonna work perfectly fine on a deeper complexion. You know what I'm saying? So that is that, you guys. I hope that you all enjoy. And by the way, please, 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 if you are able, do not buy this full price. Wait until the VIB sale. Hopefully it's in stock. But if it is, wait for the sale and then get it. They say it's limited edition, but you guys already know how brands work. Limited edition this, limited edition that. 3 years later, it's still on the website, and then it's like 30% off. You know, so don't feel rushed to get this. I'm just here to show you guys how it applies. I'm just here to show you guys my opinion, share with you guys, you know, how it worked for me. But I'm not here to be like an enabler for you guys to go and spend money on stuff that you don't need. I don't need this, even though I bought it, but I bought it because you guys know I love makeup and I love sharing these things with you guys. But I don't feel like this, again, even though it's lovely, I don't feel like this is a product that if you don't get it right now, you're gonna miss out in life. No, no, it's beautiful, but chill, you know, maybe take a look at other products you might actually need, and then see if this is something that you're interested in. So yeah, you guys, with that being said, check the description box below for all the products that I use in today's look. As I'm cleaning my hand over here, follow me on Instagram, TikTok at Simply Diana J, and I will catch you guys very, very soon. My next video. Bye, beauties.